Hello and welcome back to Beyond the Veil background information. Today we're talking about veil culture and we're going to discuss the veil agents of justice. As always, I'm going to start with a quote from one of the pieces they're in, and then as it's a culture one, just talk about what they are and how they work in the Beyond the Veil universe. And apologies, I have got a cold while I'm recording this. The veil agents are a very important institution. What you need to understand is that before the veil agents, there was no one fighting to give everyone equal protection or hold demons and humans to account. Their origins are said to be tied to the knightly orders that worked alongside the Eye Wolves and fought with dragon demons, only to form together properly after the Napoleonic Wars ended in the human world and stopped interferences within the veil. The agents are made up of everyone looking after everyone and saving people. Quote from Barnaby in Pennsylvania. How to explain the veil agents of justice and their rather embarrassing acronym of badge agents? Well, the best way to do it is to explain it like you're reading an About Us passage on a website, but I'm going to do it through headings that are questions, just because it works a little better that way. So what are the veil agents of justice? The veil agents of justice are a group of beings, mainly humans and witches, living within the veil and working to protect against demonic activity, werewolf attacks, vampire attacks, and other attacks upon humans and other members of the veil that break law or put the balance of heaven, hell, the veil, and beyond the veil at risk. This includes going beyond the veil to remove beings at risk of making the innocent aware of the veil. What is the organisation mission? To ensure all Veillanders are protected from danger caused by other Veillanders and that no one beyond the veil is made aware of it without some kind of protection. Where did it begin? During the time of the demon dragons and the iron wolves, a young Mestemmer named Obadias realised that there was more help aimed towards saving the beings beyond the veil and not for the actual Veillanders that were being attacked by the demons. In pleading with the Mestemmer court and with the enforcers of hell, Obadias was able to arrange a new group that they would lead to specifically look after the veil and prevent its beings and the demons breaking out of it. They were permitted to have a few reformer demons and Mestemmer on their side, but were to recruit and teach them from the veil itself. Obadias went immediately to the covens to gain the help of the witches that were already working hard to fight and prevent the demons from developing. As the veil separated out, the Nordic veil abandoning them when they realised that Obadias was focusing first on the protection of humans. Obadias developed the presence of the veil agents within the veil area as the vampires took control. The vampires initially gave partial acceptance to the veil agents, allowing some of their actions to prevent rogue vampires from turning humans, but not their interference in territorial control and food supplies. However, with the help of the covens, they started to boost their position, and with the werewolf rebellion occurring, the veil agents sided with the werewolves to break the vampire hold over the veil. With the Napoleonic Wars beyond the veil also bringing in an influx of humans into the veil in their attempts to escape, the veil agents met them first and helped them integrate into the veil, stopping them from being hunted as easily, and then protecting the light beings, the fae, the other night predators, and the reformer demons. They ensured these beings were educated, able to start their own businesses without having to rely on vampire influence in building their villages. The vampires began to split the nobility around countries and take a seat back on control. The veil agents and the noble circle were able to come to an agreement when it was made obvious that the Eye Wolves were on the side of the veil agents, and so were the reformed demons. Steadily through the 1900s, the veil agents held greater power and indeed became the police force and lawmakers around the entire veil, taking power from the vampires completely as clans accepted veil agent control and just kept the air of their own power. Since the 1960s, when the Vampire King put the laws of veil agents in each community into one main law for the veil with the agreements from each other species in the veil, the veil agents had supreme jurisdiction over the veil. What significant events has it been involved in? Too numerous to explain, but most recall their alliance in the Werewolf Rebellion to break vampire dukedoms holding power over the veil, and thereby paving the way for democracy to form in the veil. Who can join the veil agents? Initially, the veil agents focused on pulling in half-humans, reformer demons, witches, which include warlocks and shamans, and humans with magical abilities, which would later be referred to as exorcists, before pulling in werewolves, shapeshifters, and other beings. They are open to all species, and the more species involved, the better. However, there has been great resistance to join from the werecats, who believe the veil agents stole their role from the vampire courts, the Strix, who believe that the veil agents will restrict their drug production, the Mara, who do not wish to work for anyone but themselves and the vampires, for the fact that they are stealing their position as the authority. Where is their jurisdiction? The main jurisdiction is within the veil, but they are permitted and do have special circumstances where veil agents must enter outside the veil to to help protect individuals or catch criminals on the run, as well as to help the innocents that move into the Vale. What roles are there? There are various roles within the Vale agents that basically get broken down like this. Administration, advertise is the head, following him is the representative of each species within the Vale agents, with the exception of Strix, Vampire and Mara. Species support and legal advisors. Beneath the head administrators are members of the committee that work on developments with law to help the Vale develop and keep training up to date for the agents. As well as specialising with each species' needs and changes, they often work with the councils of the Vale and their governments to ensure Vale compliance in every country. The Iron Wolves that remain are all registered with the Vale agents, and despite secondary work they may do, they are all trained as Vale agents that specialise in particular with the Metzger virus infections. The specials within the higher ranks are members of the Vale agents that are sent on specific missions. These specials include agents that can go undercover or check out gangs, deal with drugs and demon possessions, as well as to remove necromancers. Beyond the Vale agents, these are agents trained specifically and living within the region outside of the Vale, but they work to identify and deal with issues from the Vale that pass through. Vale agent teams. These are the teams of agents sent out to deal with any problems that are identified or reported to them. Vale agent coordinators. These are agents within the offices of the headquarters that coordinate Vale agent efforts on the street and sometimes in teams, but most often they support just one individual agent on the street and form their eyes and their ears on what's going on. Vale agents on the street. These are individual agents that work on the street to react immediately to situations that can be approached by the public. They are not the police and do not work on crime that does not involve magic or demonic issues. They are also sent to work with the police if a Vale agent issue is identified, i.e. magic or availability is used to murder or trick someone. Vale agents on the phone. These are the first point of call for anyone concerned or reporting an issue involving Vale-related crime, and pass it through an angelic system that analyses authenticity and appropriate response. Vale agents on the website. These are agents trained to respond to situations reported over the web or occurring over the web, removing demonic websites and scams, as well as to maintain the website and information of the Vale agents. Vale agent publications. These are agents that work in writing books and fact sheets, as well as working in television and media to promote the role of Vale agents and work they need to do, such as informing people of changes in law. Vale agent university lecturers and trainers. Quite simply, trained Vale agents that train other agents. Vale agents, HR, IT, and tech support. They're not actual Vale agents. If they work within the Vale agents' headquarters, they are given a high regard and the same perks as them. Members of significance. Obadiah, the stemmer and leader of the Vale agents, the entire remnant of the Iron Wolves, particularly Grimbold and Christoph, Barnabas Fillmore, known as Barnaby, and unaware of his relation as the last surviving half-brother of Towers of Fillmore II, Darcy and Aurel Viper, the only other vampire members, Cassandra Nictor, the only Strix member, Spartak Dooku, the only Elder member, Faramund Amundsen, the only hunter from the Nordic Vale within the Vale agents, and various others. I hope you found this interesting. I'm not telling you the perks though. Only it means things like dental accommodation and all sorts of things are sorted out for them. Now, I hope you're intrigued by the Vale agents. I've got a little one-shot piece on my Patreon, which includes Christoph and Barnaby trying to talk to a school about joining the Vale agents. It's a bit funny. So, if you want to sponsor me on Patreon and have a read of that, you're welcome to. Anyway, thank you. Bye.